Welcome to our free video series, The Uncensored Truth About Water Treatment. Thank you for allowing us the opportunity to enlighten you on some of the basics of water treatment so that you may be educated and empowered when selecting the right water treatment system for your family. In this first video, we'll discuss the use of chlorine by water providers to control algae and microorganisms like bacteria. We'll also point out the importance of removing this potentially harmful chemical once it has fulfilled its purpose. We all know that we should consume 8 to 10 8-ounce glasses of water each day. But what if that water was full of contaminants, especially one designed to kill organisms? Chlorine. In the 19th century, a menacing plague ravaged the planet and actually threatened the extinction of the human population. Fortunately, the British were the first to discover that the bacteria responsible for the plague was being spread in the world's water supply, and that by adding the chemical chlorine, the spread of the most deadly disease of the century could be stopped. The chlorination of water supplies worldwide virtually eliminated the plague, and the benefits of chlorinated water didn't stop there. Extensive testing and widespread use found that it was also useful in preventing green and black algae growth in water and made extended storage possible for the first time. In addition, there appeared to be no undesirable side effects to drinking, cooking, or bathing in chlorinated water. It was proclaimed one of mankind's most remarkable hygienic discoveries. For over 100 years, many municipalities and water districts have used chlorine in one form or another to treat our water supply. However, that passage of time has enabled the scientific and medical communities to discover that there are, in fact, significant life-threatening side effects to the use of chlorine in water after all. In May 2010, the U.S. government released the President's Cancer Panel report, which urges every American homeowner to install a chlorine removal filter to treat all water used for drinking, cooking, or bathing in the home. Let's look at why. When chlorine mixes with other organic impurities, it creates, among other things, trihalomethanes or chloramines, which are both known carcinogens. Among the trihalomethanes that result from chlorine combining with organic compounds in water are carcinogenic chloroform and carbon tetrachloride. In fact, according to studies by the U.S. Department of Health Services, showering in chlorinated water is the #1 source of chloroform found in American homes today. In a 1992 study in the American Journal of Public Health, researchers at the Medical College of Wisconsin in Milwaukee found that people who regularly drink tap water containing high levels of chlorine byproducts have a greater risk of developing bladder and rectal cancer than people who drank chlorine-free water. J.P. Burke's Ph.D., an industrial chemist, proved that chlorinated water destroys the essential fatty acids needed to maintain people's brains and central nervous systems. American diets already contain very little in the way of omega-3 fatty acids, so we do not need to destroy more. According to Dr. Joseph M. Price, MD of Saginaw Hospital in Mosby's Medical Dictionary, quote, "Chlorine is the greatest crippler and killer of modern times. It is an insidious poison." In his book, Coronary's Cholesterol Chlorine, he presents evidence that trihalomethanes are the prime causative agents of arteriosclerosis and its inevitable result, the heart attack or stroke. Dr. Herbert Schwartz of Cumberland County College in Vineman, New Jersey says, quote, "Chlorine has so many dangers it should be banned. Putting chlorine in the water supply is like starting a time bomb. Cancer, heart trouble, premature senility, both mental and physical, are conditions attributable to chlorine-treated water supplies. It is making us grow old before our time by producing systems of aging, such as hardening of the arteries." Quote, "Drinking tap water that is chlorinated is hazardous if not deadly to your health." Dr. Martin Fox. Since about 2/3 of water exposure is absorbed through the skin, it is obvious that hot and cold water treatment used in bathing is equally as important, if not more so, than that which we drink. Let's show you an example. Now put out 2 glasses and pour chlorinated tap water into both glasses. Using yellow dye, add 5 drops to the first glass and show the chlorine level. Now, Using 2 fingers, swish in the water for a second and then do the same 5-drop test. As you see, it will show no detectable chlorine as it has been absorbed through the skin. Now, if just 2 fingers absorb the detectable chlorine in a small glass, imagine the amount absorbed by our entire body in a shower. Hopefully we have helped you to understand how valuable chlorine is in the treatment of our water supply and the critical importance of its removal for safe, healthy water. The easiest way to do this is with a carbon-based filtration tank. Carbon filters are available in both granular and block forms. A carbon block filter requires more frequent maintenance, but both share a common risk. Once the chlorine has been removed from the water, the carbon media itself can provide an excellent growth media for bacteria. Therefore, it is very important to ensure that a whole house filtration system protects against microorganism growth on or after the carbon. Ultraviolet light and ozone gas are excellent bactericidal means of killing microorganisms after they have been allowed to grow, but before they enter the household plumbing. Another effective way to control microorganism contamination is to prevent its growth in the first place, which is accomplished by using a bacteriostat. The most commonly used bacteriostat in water treatment currently is an oxygen reduction or redox media called KDF. KDF is a pulverized metallic media that combines effectively with carbon for effective, safe water treatment. Now that you know the historical and medical reasons behind chlorine use and removal, make sure that the water treatment system you choose comes with a carbon filter and, if possible, includes KDF. In combination, these 2 media will maintain a bacteria-free system and remove the unwanted contaminants like chlorine from your water supply. In the next video, we'll discuss the difference between hard water and soft water and how it can affect your health.